Hey, reach up there and pull those belts tight. One more time, you're watching the original Rebels Racing League.
And welcome back, everybody, to Iowa Speedway for the second race of our original Outlaws doubleheader. My name is Josh Hall, and we're here from Iowa Speedway yet again for another 118 laps here. For another exciting one, we just saw Eddie Smith win a great one there in the Outlaws race. We'll see what goes on here in the Rebels race. Let's take a look at last week's podium. As last week, Pat Drabick won the race with Logan Sturgeon coming home second, Jason Day third, Jeff Paisley and Jesse Necula rounding out your top five. I apologize, I do not have standings to put on the screen, but with the power of technology, I can take a look at the standings, let you know where everybody is out at. Right now, Garrett Kinder is your points leader. Jesse Necula just 2 points behind. Sitting back in second, Josh Smith back in third. So Kinder's got 314, Necula's got 312, Josh Smith with 396. So less than 20 points back. Patrick Drabick back there, 21 points back in fourth. Then Tyler Gackey sitting in fifth with 287. So a tight race up at the front with the points. We'll continue to see that as we take a look out on track. Let's see who's out there. We see last week's third place finisher, Jason Day, out on track. Currently up in the second position. Looking to repeat and have another great run this week. See Christian Coach Dedman sitting back in fifth place. Oh, yeah, look at that, Oklahoma Sooners. This week is college football week. As we saw in our last race, a lot of these guys will be running college football-themed paint jobs tonight. As we see Drabick here in the Indiana Hoosiers paint job. I'm hoping to see at least one Michigan truck out here tonight. There's a Penn State truck being driven by Josh Smith. Right in front of him, we see the 23. Trying to see what he's running there, Aaron Adcock. Oh, as Josh Smith loses it there. Let's see, Todd Schott, Roll Tide in the Bama truck. Crimson Tide 426 machine. See Mickey Isaac in that. We see Moore State on the side of that 23 machine. Josh Lokovitz running his normal ride tonight. Mike Veith up in the Iowa machine. Little Hawkeyes action right there. And you got Kai Shappett in the Boise State Broncos. One of the coolest football fields in college football, I will say. Let's see what Garrett Kinder's got going on here. Just running the Kinder Farm and Ranch paint job tonight. Let's see Peg Leg here in his Marines colors. Well, here's one you don't see every day. Jim McClendon. I believe that's the University of Maine, if I remember correctly. Yep, University of Maine. Look at that. It's almost like I'm from New England and know my my New England schools. A great looking paint job on that machine as well. Oh, as he goes spinning down the backstretch. I'm sure as we take a look through all the paint jobs tonight, we'll find some more great looking paint jobs. Oh, what's Matt Geis got in the 2? North Dakota State University. Well, there you go. Another one of those great college football paint jobs tonight. Tia Swank on the Auburn paint job. Auburn University Tigers. Charlie Elmore. Oh, that's Smith & Wesson. So that's not a paint job. Oh, here we go. This is a good one, my buddy. Let's see who this is. Oh, Joaquin Meza in the Trojans machine. Oh, that guy's making some contact with him, having a little bit of fun out there. Let's see who else we can. Oh, this practice is over. Let's get ready to go qualifying. And we got some different names in here tonight. We've got one I know. Let's see if he made it in here tonight. Well, Tracy Parsons was invited in. Unfortunately, doesn't look like he made it into the race tonight. See Ken Farmer and that whole sheet metal machine. Josh Oswald. His normal racing machine. See if we find any other college football cars out here tonight. It doesn't look like we have many others. Oh. Buckeyes. Let's get that off the screen. Nobody wants to see that. Cover your screens, cover your eyes. We should censor this one out there. As someone who's a diehard Michigan fan who bleeds blue and maize, don't like to see that, but it's all right. We'll allow it. It's Ken Farmer already jumps up to the top of the points here. Oh, he loses it off of turn number 2. It's going to not allow him to have any more time out there on track. Mike Veith up into the 4th position so far. Matt Geis jumps to the point. So Mike Veith up into the 5th position currently. Jamie Barkus. Gator Machine. That's a sharp looking ride. I like the way he did the numbers on that. That is very impressive. I love that. Amber Adcock Beal says, "Do it big tonight, Aaron Adcock, number 23. As Jamie Barkus jumps up to the top of the board. Tyler Gacky up into 4th as Josh Smith takes over the point in that Penn State machine. See who else is out there making a run here. We see Joey Buscemi in that 8 machine. Rocking that tribute to Ray Cobb. Comes down the backstretch for his second lap here. This will be his money lap. Currently in the 17th position. Comes across the line. He's going to move up into the third position. So a great qualifying attempt for Buscemi up into the top 5. William Griffith just hitting the track in that Pepto-Bismol machine. After seeing that Ohio State car, I'm definitely going to need some Pepto-Bismol myself. Here comes Griff across the line to start his first of 2 laps. Running a little bit higher on the track, trying to get that truck wound up for his second lap. But Josh Smith is still holding on to the pole at this point. And Griff's going to come. First lap going to be up into the 18th position. Do apologize, my iRacing just kind of freaked out for a second. Let's get that back. And he's going to come across the line here for his second lap. Move him up into... Well, he's just going to qualify 20th, so not a great qualifying attempt for William Griffith. Todd Schott out on track in the Crimson Tide machine. He hasn't put a lap down yet, so I think this is his first of 2 laps here. Adam Lang says, let's go Reaper Racing. Paul Paston says, watching. As Todd Schott jumps up to 15th on his first lap. Let's see what he can do here on his second lap as he drives into the corner, arcs it in there. Runs that second lane, kind of like we saw Chris run in the first race here tonight. And it's going to put him up into 16th. Zach Wetstein moves up into second position, right behind Josh Smith, but Josh Smith still holding on to that pole right now. Got Brandon Wallace on track in the Geis Escorts machine. Oh, loses it off of turn number 4, down into the grass, and that is not the way you want to try to run a qualifying lap here at Iowa. See Mickey Isaac out on track right now. Alex Veith just put his qualifying lap down. He's currently in the 26th machine in that Notre Dame machine. So Mickey Isaac coming across the line for his first lap, puts him in 22nd. Right down on that yellow line there through turns 1 and 2, which is exactly where you want to have that truck. Back into turns 3 and 4. And across the line. And move Mickey Isaac up. He went way up to the top of the board. Up into 9th position. So great qualifying run for Isaac. See Aaron Adcock up on track right now. Aaron's going to come across the line here for his first lap. Up into the 27th position on his first lap. Let's see if he can improve on his second lap here as he comes through the corner. And across the line. And Aaron's going to be able to move up to the 19th position. See Logan Sturgeon out on track. Another Ohio car. as he moves up to 19th. Comes down the back stretch, trying to improve on his time through turns 3 and 4, running again up that about a half a lane up and off the corner down the front stretch across the line. Move Logan up into the 12th position. It looks like that's going to do it for qualifying here. We have about a minute left before racing resumes. Let's take a look at the track information. Track is 0.88 miles, 66 degrees with 59% humidity. Winds are out of the southeast at 3 miles an hour, between 3 and 4 miles an hour tonight, up to 5 mile an hour gusts as you see. These guys are going to have 5 sets of tires tonight to make it to the end. 1 reset, in case they get caught up in something, they can reset the car 1 time. And they are still at an 18x incident limit. What that means is if they acquire 18 incident points throughout the race or more, they will be disqualified from the event. And for those who aren't familiar with how iRacing incident points work, for a light contact with the car or the wall, you get a 0x. If you make contact with the wall, it's a 1x. If you or a car lightly, it can be 1x. If you go off track, it's 2x. And if you make hard contact with another car, it's a 4x. And there is no at-fault system. So whether you are the one to get into somebody or the reciprocant, you still get the points. So let's take a look at our starting grid. Brought to you by Magic Mike Motorsports. And your pole award is brought to you by Peg Leg Felts. And on pole tonight, we're going to see the 47 of Josh Smith with Zach Wetstein to the outside. Zach running that Boilermaker scheme. Third on the grid, is going to be Christian Deadman with Jamie Barkas to the outside. Row number 3, we're going to find Joey Buscemi and Josh Oswald. Tyler Gackey in the 16 will be rolling off 7th with Brandon Wallace in the 99 to his outside. Then Mickey Isaac in the 01 and Spencer Gay round out your top 10. Phil the Hitman Manzo, he'll be rolling off in 11th with Logan Sturgeon to his outside in 12th. And Kai Shappett in that Boise State Broncos 43 with Jeff Paisley to his outside. Patrick Drabick and the 48 of Jason Lotridge rolling out on row number 8. And we'll find Tyler Rice and Matt Geis. Sorry, my timing and scoring got all messed up here. I do apologize for that. Sorry, so Kai Shapper, Jeff Paisley, 13th and 14th. Patrick Drabick, Jason Latridge, 15th and 16th. Tyler Rice, Matt Geis. Then Todd Schott, Aaron Adcock round out your 10th row. Josh Lokovitz and Charlie Stevens Jr. in the 11th row with Ken Farmer and Garrett Kinder in the 12th row. 25th, we'll find Tia Swank with Davy Jones to his outside. Then Jason Day and William Griffith, Chuck Phelps, Mike Veith, Sam Wetstein, Charlie Elmore, Alex Veith, Brett Rederer, and Gary Wright rounding out the top 35. Then Brent Grinwald, Kyle Roberts, Joaquin Meza, and Jim McClendon round out the rest of the field. So Josh Smith is going to lead him down to the zone to start this thing off with Zach Wetstein to his outside. The pace truck takes that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Green flag is in the air. We're racing here at Iowa. Kevin Kinder says go 13-3-12. Good luck to all drivers. As Josh Smith gets a great jump off Zach Wetstein here. As they battle side by side through turns 1 and through, right behind Christian Dedman. Running a little bit of middle lane, but he's getting attacked now by Joey Buscemi to try to take over that third position. Zach Wetstein trying to look for a way around the 47 of Josh Smith, but Josh Smith is going to lead the first lap here at Iowa as they continue to battle right behind him with Christian Dedman and Joey Buscemi still going at it side by side. Zach Wetstein was looking down to the inside of Josh Smith, but not quite able to get there. As they continue to battle right behind. Buscemi now has the advantage on that bottom side. He's going to slide up in front of the coach to take that third position away. And he's actually going to look to the inside of Zach Wetstein here. So Wetstein is under attack by Buscemi, having a great start already. Trying to move into the second position, just behind Tyler Gackey. Set his sights, trying to move forward now. As Buscemi is still side by side with Wetstein. They are 2 by 2 all the way through the field at the moment. Oh, Brett Redder having an issue going off track, but coming back on. He's fallen all the way back to the 38th position. See the smoke from Redder, but here comes Gackey now up into the 4th position as the yellow flag is out, and it looks like Todd Schott spinning down to the inside of the track here and makes his way through John Deere country, and we'll see what happened with our first Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. It looks like he was just battling real hard with the 48 of Jason Lottridge. Just loses it all by himself right in the front of the field. Does a great job sliding down and getting out of the way. Let's see what happened to Brett Redder as well. A lap before that. Oh, Brett just gets the same thing. Gets loose all by himself there. No harm, no foul as he's able to get back rolling. Yellow flag came out to really save him, so Josh Smith will continue to lead it here. Scott Adcock says, let's get it, Aaron Adcock. So Aaron didn't have the greatest qualifying attempts. He's already up 2 spots, up into the 18th position. And marching himself in the right direction. Matt Geis already up 4 spots from the start in that Bison machine. You know, I'm all for these college football themes, and it's really cool to see some colleges that you just wouldn't expect to see. Like obviously, you expect to see things like Boston State, and you expect to see things like the Boise Broncos. But you don't expect to see things like the University of Maine or like Matt Geis here with the Bisons. I like it. I really do. Do we have any other paint jobs through here? Just taking a peek through the field here to see if we have any other college football paint jobs. Tyler Rice. Oh, Tyler Rice Looks like he's got a bit of a split paint job here. See, this side of the state truck says Oklahoma State. This side of this truck says Oklahoma Sooners. Little OU OSU paint job right there for that machine. Don't really see anything else we haven't seen yet. Again, I'm loving this Jim McClendon, University of Maine. It's just not something that you normally see, but I'm digging it. Up at the front, Josh Smith still currently leading with Zach Wetstein right behind him, and I believe the lights on the pace truck will be going off this time by, so we're going to get ready to re-rack them, restack them, and refire them here at Iowa Speedway. Don't forget, if you're watching at home, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, and let us know who you're rooting for tonight. The lights on the pace truck are off, and Josh Smith is going to jump up to the high side for this restart. We saw this in the earlier race. I wonder if Josh Smith was watching and decided that this might be a good idea for him to jump up there. And just saw Charlie Elmore jump to the pit, so I don't know if he had an issue mechanically, maybe an engine blew or something on that truck, but he is currently on pit road. As the pace truck takes the hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Josh Smith fires again. We're back green flag racing. Great jump on with that Penn State truck over the Boilermakers. Tyler Gackey now into the third position around Buscemi. And Christian Dedman continuing to fall back here on the early runs as Jamie Barkas in that Florida State machine has gotten around him in that Gators machine. And here comes Josh Oswald to try to get around the coach as well. So that Sooner truck on a bit of a backward slide right now. As Mickey Isaac is trying to look to get around that 3 truck as well. But a great battle side by side at the moment for 6th and 7th. Back up front, Zach Wetstein having a little bit of a connection issue there. Has Tyler Gackey now catching his back bumper, and Zach having a little bit of a connection. Been in and out for the last lap or so. Hopefully he can get that straightened up, as Tyler Gackey is right on his back bumper. Looks like Brett Grimwald had some issues, went off track, back on track. Stacy passes Adcock, says, "Let's go, Aaron. We're cheering you on. Get that 23 to the front." As Aaron's still sitting back in the 18th position, trying to move his way back. A little further back, we got a little battle going on here between Logan Sturgeon and Spencer Gay. Sturgeon down on the bottom side. Trying to get that inside lane running. Here comes Matt Geis to follow him through as well. Matt currently up 5 positions from where he started. Continuing to move forward, as he's now going to look to the inside of Logan Sturgeon to try to take away that 12th position. A little further up, Tyler Gackey now has the 8 of Buscemi all over his back bumper. Then the 15 of Jamie Barkus right there as well. So a couple trucks all under a blanket as you see the coach currently sitting back in the 6th position. As here's a move by Jamie Barkus to the inside of Buscemi. Move Barkus up into the 4th position. So he slides up in front of Buscemi. And now Barkus is going to try to set his sights on Tyler Gackey, who's working all over the back bumper of Zach Wetstein. And as that's going on, Josh Smith is just starting to pull away as he's got over a 1-second lead. Here comes Barkus to the inside of Gackey, and he looks like he's going to try to get 2 here as he's going to stay pinned down on that inside and not get the run that he wanted on Zach Wetstein. So we take a look off the back bumper of Zach here. And here goes the 15 to the inside. Just not quite able to make that work. Takes a look down again. And just not quite able to get there on that bottom lane. So great battle heating up here. As now Barkus gets back down to the inside. They're side by side coming off of turn number 2. Barkus just inching ahead, trying to run Zach up the truck a little bit. A little side draft there from Barkus. And he's going to get that position away from Zach Wetstein. He's going to set his sights on Josh Smith just behind Christian Dedman now. Starting to work that outside lane, coming around the 8 of Buscemi. Kevin Kinder says a lot of cars on track. Yeah, we got 39 trucks on track tonight. It's a great battle heating up here, seeing Buscemi and the coach. And here comes Josh Oswald into the mix as well. And the 07 of Patrick Dravick, last week's winner. So Dravick trying to make a little move up in here as he's underneath the 17 of Josh Oswald. And while that's been going on, Jamie Barkus is reeling in that 47 machine of Josh Smith and pulling away from Zach Wetstein. As we ride along with Jamie here, and we see how he sees another one running up that little bit higher lane that we saw in the first race. So slow is cutting that lead down to about a half a second. Tyler Gackey now looking to the inside of Zach Wetstein. So Zach having a little bit of struggles here early on as Joey Buscemi now trying to look to the inside of Gackey at the same time. So hard racing all around the track right now. Take a look from above. You can see just how many trucks we have under a blanket right here, as there's hard-nosed racing all over the track. And to think we're only on lap 27. A little further back, we see Brandon Wallace in a battle here with the O2 of Matt Geis. And Geis is going to get right around that 99 machine. Move Geis up into the 13th position. How about this battle right here, Aaron Adcock? Getting around Brandon Wallace here. Move Aaron up into the 14th position. While all that was going on, Jamie Barkus is continuing to run down Josh Smith. So these two, in a few laps, will be going at it. And caution, out on the track, Gary Wright spun it there off of turn number 1. That's going to bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind as we see what happened to Gary here. It looks like Gary was racing pretty hard here. Looks like the 9 of Mike Veith slides up in front of the 9 there, and Brett Retterer looks to his inside and kind of dive bombed them a little bit there and sent the 11 around. Everybody able to drive through without any issues. And we might have just saw a little bit of extracurricular there. As doesn't look like that 11 was very happy there. He was able to get his position back there. As looks like the entire field is on pit road. So we'll watch for the race off of pit road here. That line right there will be your race off. The 15 gets off first. Jamie Barkus beats Josh Smith, Tyler Gacke, Zach Wetstein, Joey Buscemi, Christian Dedman, Patrick Drabick, Josh Oswald, Mickey Isaac, Spencer Gay, your top 10. So a great race off the pit road. And they're still racing off of pit road side by side. So Josh Smith goes in your leader, comes out second. Zach Wetstein third, Tyler Gacke fourth, Joey Buscemi coming out in fifth. Patrick Drabick in seventh, another great stop for him, able to gain a couple positions. It looks like Christian Dedman's got a bit of damage to the back of that truck. Don't think it's going to affect him too much. But we'll see as the race goes on. Another big mover so far is the 52 of Jason Day, up 10 positions into the 17th position. Jim McClendon up 10, currently running in 29th. But Jamie Barkus getting a great launch off the pit road to move himself up into the lead here. Now we'll have to see if he decides to take the inside or outside row, as we saw Chris McLean do in the first race, switching between inside and outside here to see who gets the better launch off of the start. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing, as I believe the lights on the pace truck are off. Yes, they are. So at the end of this lap, we'll be back green flag racing. Jamie Barkus does take the inside here with Josh Smith on the outside. And we've seen tonight that truck that's sitting in third place, where Zach Wetstein's sitting right now, have a great advantage on the restart, as that high side does not like to get rolling. So we'll see if Zach is able to get around Josh Smith here. and retake that second position. So the pace truck gets ready to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Jamie Barkas leads him back to the start. Green flags in the air. And a great jump by both Barkas and Smith. Smith's able to retain that second position, as Zach Wetstein is not able to make a move here as he's under attack from Tyler Gackey on the high side, but Zach's going to move up in front of Gackey to retake that third position. Here comes Gackey, though, looking down to the inside. Just behind that, we see Joey Buscemi trying to look down to the inside of Josh Oswald. And Matt Geis falling back fast. Matt Geis all around on the front stretch all by himself. Still having trouble getting that thing going in the right direction. Here comes the field, so no yellow will be out. But you can see the leaders going right on by the two of Matt Geis. So Matt, who was having such a great run, moving his way through the field, has some trouble. And at the same time, Zach Wetstein having some issues. Oh, we got another one down in the grass, but Zach back to the 12th position. See what happened to Zach here. Oh, Zach loses it all by himself off of turn number 2. Able to hold on to it, but going to lose a ton of positions because of it. And now you can see Zach Wetstein stuck in the fray back here. Not in the position he wants to be. Up front, Jamie Barkas is leading by a half a second. Here comes Joey Buscemi. Was going to look to the inside of Josh Smith, but here comes Tyler Gackey looking to the inside of Buscemi. A lot of smoke on track as a couple of these drivers having a lot of trouble back here. Drabick now looking to the inside of Buscemi. Where'd he come from? Up 11 spots, trying to take over the third position. Couple more trucks off track and having some issues, but we stay green. As looks like Pegleg had an issue and Jeff Paisley went off track. And oh, our leader Josh Smith just went around. Sorry, that was second place. Josh Smith just went around. So yellow is out. Going to bring up a Wreckage Rewind here to see what happened. We're going to take a look at a couple things here, but let's take a look first at what happened to our second place driver who just lost it all by himself off of turn number 4. Goes sliding down through the infield now. I know it's not what some of these guys want to see, but let's take a look at all the incidents that happened while all that was going on, because it looked like a lot of trucks were having some issues here. Start with Matt Geis back on lap 36. Yeah, we see Matt sliding through the infield here. Let's see if he lost it all by himself. Yeah. Same spot. We just saw Josh Smith lose it. He goes through John Deere country. Aaron Adcock having some issues off of turn number 4. Yeah, just loses it all by himself there. Joaquin Meza, another one off of turn number 4. Able to keep it straight enough not to bring out the yellow. What happened to Pegleg here? Pegleg running hard with the 66. I'll get some. He gets tagged by the 66, and Lokovic makes hard contact, but he stayed below the apron, so that didn't bring out a yellow. Then Jeff Paisley off of turn number 4, just losing it all by himself. So kind of been the story of tonight, as turn number 4 has been very tricky for a lot of these drivers here. So a tough break for a lot of these drivers, having some issues with turn 4. Even saw Zach Wetstein have some issues there off of turn number 2. Everybody having issues with 4. Zach having some issues with turn number 2. We'll have to see if this is a continuation, if this continues as the run goes on. Right now, everybody looks like pretty much everybody stayed out on track, as they were just on pit road about 15 laps ago. Only trucks really come down to pit road were some of those involved in that last incident. Josh Lokenvitz, Brett Grunwald, Mike Veith, Joaquin Meza, Josh Smith all came down pit road that time. Pegleg did as well, as he got into the wall hard. Matt Geiss all the way back into the 38th position. I believe Matt might have called it a night, as I don't see him on the track anymore. As we take a look up at the pace truck, I believe the lights will be shutting off here. Yes, they are. Jamie Barkus choose the inside lane here on this restart. Putting Buscemi on the outside and Patrick Drabick right behind him. So put the Goat Locker trucks first and third lined up on that bottom line. You know they're going to be getting a great restart together. Joey Buscemi, Tyler Gackey up on the high side. Have to see if they're able to catch on to what Jamie's doing here on the restart. As we're re-racked, restacked, getting ready to re-fire here. Barkus leads him down to the restart zone. Green flags in the air. A great jump for our leader. Here comes Patrick Drabick looking to the inside of Buscemi. Take away that second position. He's going to clear him here off of turn number 2. Meanwhile, a little further back, Tyler Gackey looking to the inside of the coach, as Buscemi is now fighting back on the 7, but not able to get there. Here comes Gackey to the inside of coach. Oh, we got a big wreck in the back. Caution flag is out. And I saw Todd Schott spun around. The 10 of Davy Jones involved as well. And this is going to bring up another Wreckage Rewind. Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. As we're seeing tonight, cautions breed cautions. See if we can see where this started and how it started here. It looks like it may have started back here with Joaquin Meza. No, it happened in front of Joaquin, so let's rewind here and see if we can see. I believe it started with Josh Lokenvitz now that I say it. Josh Lokovitz, Alex Veith here. And no, I take it back. It looks like it may have even started a little further up. So let's rewind one more time here. Yeah, Todd Schott up on that high side. Coming through turn 3, just loses it all by himself there. Comes down in the side of Jeff Paisley. Comes back up the track. The 18 of McClendon's going to get on by. And we see the 10 of Dave Jones. He gets turned around. Brett Rederer gets involved. We see the 9 of Mike Veith sneaking on through. So a tough break for a couple of these drivers who were already caught up in some earlier. See the lucky dog going around right now. That would be Peg Leg Felts getting the lucky dog. Get back on the lead lap. And Matt Geis unfortunately says his PC booted him again. So it looks like he's going to sit out the rest of this one, unfortunately, and be a spectator. As Jamie Barkas continues to lead over his teammate, Patrick Drabick. Joey Buscemi sitting back in 3rd, Christian Denman 4th. And a couple of drivers who were having a great run at the beginning of the race. Now stuck back a little further in traffic. See the 9 of Zach Wetstein able to move, the 4 of Zach Wetstein able to move up to the 9th position after having that little slow spin down the backstretch. Let's see if he's going to make his way back up to the front. Garrett Kinder having a poor qualifying attempt. Currently up into the 11th position. With that Kinder Farm and Ranch truck. Having a great run. Continuing to move forward in the right direction. Same with Jason Day. Right behind him, up 15 positions from his starting position. Up in the 12th. William Griffith. Or, before his sister corrects me, Seth. Sitting back in the 15th position. Up 13 spots. And Kyle Roberts way back here. In 24th, but up 13 spots. Jim McClendon, 25th. Up 14 spots. So, a couple drivers moving in the right direction. One driver moving in the wrong direction, unfortunately, after spinning out there by himself, is Josh Smith, who finds himself way back in the 27th position. So, he's got a lot of work to do to get himself back up to the front. Lights on the pace truck are off. And Jamie Barkas is going to choose the inside lane yet again, with Patrick Drabick to his outside. And Joey Buscemi and the coach in the second row. Again, watch for a great restart from Buscemi here, as we've seen that inside lane really have an advantage on these restarts. Then again, you've got the 2 Goat Locker boys on the front row, so I'm sure they're going to be in communication with each other to get a great restart here and get them both up in front. And it's University of Florida. I'm sorry, I called it Florida State before. With that University of Florida Gator truck is going to lead them back down to the restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. We're back racing. Another great jump from our leader, Jamie Barkas. That's going to allow Patrick to just tuck in behind his teammate as they go through turns 1 and 2 and rocket down the backstretch. A little further back, Buscemi now in a battle with the coach, side by side. Ooh, some issues for Gary Wright in the back. He's able to keep going though. Oh, some contact. Josh Oswald up into the wall. Hard contact. It looks like Buscemi might have pushed up a little bit. Got into the side of Oswald. Put them both into the wall. But able to keep moving in the right direction. Doesn't look like there was too much damage there between those two. As now Buscemi's put himself around Tyler Gacke, and he's going to continue moving forward as he's going to look to the inside of Christian Dedman. Coach able to fight back just a little bit on that high side. Oh, Buscemi comes up in the Gacke. Hard contact with the outside wall. Here comes Josh Oswald. They're 4 wide. Buscemi now on a backwards, falling backwards like a rock right now. But up front, the coach up in the third, Logan Sturgeon, finds himself in fourth. And here comes Zach Wettstein around the outside of Tyler Gacke to move himself in the fifth. So a lot of hard racing right there. And Joey Buscemi twice, looks like he just didn't know he wasn't clear. Pushes up the track and gets into the side of a car. Unfortunately, the losing end of this one as he is continuing to fall back as Jason Lottridge and William Griffith are going to go on by here. As the right side of that truck has a lot of damage. Josh Oswald, Garrett Kinder now fighting side by side. Kinder cracking the top 10, moving himself, trying to get around Josh Oswald for that 7th position. Right behind Jason Day, trying to move himself forward as well. Kinder's going to easily get around the Jet. And here comes Jason Day around Josh Oswald as well. So move Kinder in the 7th, Jason Day in the 8th. As those two trucks are marching forward. Christian Dedman now under attack from the 26 of Logan Sturgeon. Sturgeon is all over that back bumper. Also Patrick Drabick falling back off his teammate. He's lost that lead by about a second now. Great view here from the back bumper of the coach. Thought Logan was going to take a look down to the inside. Here he goes now. Just not able to get there. Looks to the outside. Oh, almost some contact. As Logan Sturgeon was all over that back bumper. Now he's going to look down to the inside. Swipes across the bumper. While that's all going on, Zach Wettstein is right there to get into the mix as well. So Zach's trying to move himself forward, put himself back in contention. Meanwhile, Patrick Drabick's got a mirror full of the coach. Coach got a mirror full of Logan. And Sturgeon's got a mirror full of Zach. So you got 4 cars right here, or 4 trucks, battling hard for position as we are just past halfway. About to start working lap 66. Oh, Spencer Gay. I blinked out. I thought he was going backwards, but just had a connection issue. We see almost some 3 wide back here. As Charles Stevens Jr. was looking to make it 3 wide for a second. And we see the Josh Oswald back in 13th, and he's continuing to fall backwards. So, tough turn of events for the 17 truck. As he's hoping for a caution so he can get that thing fixed up and try to march his way back to the front. Garrett Kinder now trying to work around the 16 of Gacke. With Jason Day right there on his back bumper. Again, we got another battle back here. Sturgeon has gone around the coach. Here comes Zach Wetstein around Deadman as well. And Zach's going to look to the inside of Logan Sturgeon. Nope, not quite there yet. Camera angle was playing tricks on my eyes there as I thought he was to the inside, but around the coach now and setting himself to the front. There she is. Soul Girl 93 says, let's go, Griff. Griff is up 17 positions, up into the 11th position, and continuing to march his way forward as the caution flag seemed to have been working out in his favor. Our biggest mover, though, so far is the 52 of Jason Day. Victoria, British Columbia native, up 20 spots from the start. And continuing to push himself forward as caution is out on the track. It looks like Kyle Roberts having some issues on track, and that's going to bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. Actually, it looks like, whoops, wrong button on my screen there. Looks like this might have started with the Hitman and Kyle Roberts. We're 3 wide with Kyle Roberts, Hitman Manzo. I believe that's the 59 of Ken Farmer. Oh, and some contact there between Ken Farmer. Let's rewind that just a little bit back. Looks like a little contact between Farmer and Roberts. That sends Roberts up the track right in front of Hitman. Sam Wetstein gets a little bit of damage there. Tyler Rice able to sneak on through. That's what brings out our yellow flag here as we see the race off pit road. There goes Josh Smith, but here comes the first one off pit road is Jamie Barkus, Patrick Drabick, Logan Sturgeon, Zach Wetstein, Christian Deadman, Griff up to 6th, Garrett Kinder, Tyler Gackey, Jason Day. And imagine that William Griffith might have taken 2 tires there on that pit stop. Let's rewind here. Let's see if we can see if Griff only took 2 tires or if it was a fuel-only stop maybe. See Griff at his pit stop. Right sides are up. And he's down away 2 tires, so we'll have to see if the 2-tire stop works out for that 12 truck. So our 5th caution out for a crash involving Kyle Roberts and Joaquin Meza. As we're working lap number 73 and starting to get down to the nitty gritty. So up front, Jamie Barkus continues the lead. See the 92 up ahead of him. That's Joaquin Meza. Joaquin currently the last car on the lead lap. Stayed out to try to get his wave around here. So when the lights go off on the pace truck, Joaquin's going to run around here and get himself to the tail end of the lead lap. There he goes. And Barkas continues to take that bottom for the restarts, putting his teammate Patrick Drabick up on the high side. Logan Sturgeon sitting back in that third place. That's a good position right now. We've seen that low lane get a great jump on restarts and continue to hold on to that spot. But we see Zach Wedstein up on the high side in that Boilermakers car. We'll have to see what he's able to do here on this restart. As the pace truck dives in, Jamie Barkas hits that loud pedal. We're back green flag racing, and a great jump again for those two Goat Locker trucks. Logan Sturgeon move himself in the third position, but here comes Zach Wedstein back on the high side, battling back, trying to take that position. Here comes Sturgeon now. Thought he was going to look to the inside of the 07, but Wedstein able to hold him back, and Wedstein going to have to... No, Wedstein's going to get around Sturgeon here, move himself into the third position, and set his sights on the 07 of Patrick Drabick. As a couple of trucks having some problems on the front stretch. Kyle Roberts down in John Deere country. As teammates are now battling for the lead, as we saw Drabick look down to the inside of his teammate, but not able to make it work as the yellow flag is out. I believe it's out for Jeff Paisley. See if we can figure out what brought out this latest caution here. You see Jeff Paisley. Oh, looks like Brandon Wallace. Well, there's somebody around in front, and I didn't see who that was. My scoring didn't show me who was wrecking there, I believe. That might have been the 17 of Josh Oswald around, yeah. And actually, it happened in front of Oswald. I believe that might have been the 99 of Brandon Wallace involved in this as well. Let's see if we can... Yeah, Brandon Wallace loses it by himself. Catches Oswald. Oswald goes spinning across the track, takes out Todd Schott. We also saw our pole sitter, Josh Smith, involved in that as well. Josh Smith having a bunch of damage on the left side of that truck. Also, before this happened, we saw a couple drivers have some issues. So, what happened to Jason Day here? The 52, coming off of turn 4, loses it, overcorrects it. Able to hang on to it. Surprised that didn't bring out a yellow, but able to hold on to it. And Kyle Roberts having some issues himself off of turn number 4. Loses it, almost catches Joaquin Meza. Then what happened to Jeff Paisley here? I think Paisley was just trying to avoid what was going on in front of him. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Almost gets into the back of Brandon Wallace, but able to keep it going in the right direction. A bunch of stuff happening on track there. Betty Harris Adcock says, watching you, Aaron. Another one rooting on Aaron Adcock. Aaron currently sitting in the 21st position. But there's still a lot of racing to go here. Plenty of time to move that truck up forward. As we take a look, I believe I already forgot what this truck, what school this is. Is it, sharp looking truck at that. Up front, we take a look at, again, some of these great college football paint jobs. You see the 15. Oop. 07 with the controls just stopped working. Oh. That's all right. Indiana, the Boilermaker truck for Zach Wetstein, Logan Sturgeon. Run that awful Buckeyes truck. Christian Dedman with the Oklahoma truck. Continue back through the field. Tia Swank with the Auburn truck. We saw Todd Schott. Roll Tide. Kai Shappett running that Boise, Idaho. Boise State truck. Saw Tyler Rice with the split truck. Oklahoma State and the Sooners. Alex Veith with that Notre Dame truck. Another Ohio State truck. We don't want to talk about that. No, I'm not going to add the to the beginning of that because I don't believe in that. But here we go. Pace truck is getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Jamie Barkus leads them back down to the restarting zone. Green flags in the air. Another great jump there for Jamie Barkus, but Patrick Drabick trying to fight hard on that outside. Cuts down in front of Zach Wetstein. Wetstein has to get out of it to keep from getting in the back of that Indiana truck. And that's going to hurt Wetstein here as Logan Sturgeon was looking to the outside, but it followed back now. And here comes Wetstein trying to get back around the 07 as your front four lined up nose to tail as they go into turn number 1. Zach's looking high now off of the corner. Looks to the high side of Patrick Drabick. He's going to get a fantastic run on that high side to try to make a move. Here comes Drabick down to the low side of his teammate. Now they're side by side still for second place. With the advantage going to Wetstein, but just barely as they come through turns 1 and 2. Still side by side. Pulling away from Logan Sturgeon just a little bit. Now Drabick's going to have to fall back in line and let Wetstein by. Wetstein running up that higher groove there. You see both him and Barkus running that higher groove there. Trying to keep the momentum up and find that grip. Wetstein making a move again to the outside, but just not able to make it happen. But gets a fantastic run on the high side here. Now right back to the back bumper of Jamie Barkus. Here comes Patrick Drabick back to the inside of Zach Wetstein. Not going to make it happen. He's going to fall back in line. That allowed Logan Sturgeon to pull right back up to the back bumper of Patrick Drabick. Everybody's kind of starting to fall in line, get their groove. As Zach Wetstein's falling right in the tire marks of Jamie Barkus. As we ride along with Zach here. Great view of what Zach's seeing here as he comes off the corner. Just not able to get there to the back bumper. And while that was going on, Patrick Drabick and Logan Sturgeon starting to fall back a little bit off the front two drivers. Tia Swank and Spencer Gay battling. This is for 11th and 12th. Spencer Gay is going to get right around Tias and set his sights on Charles Stevens Jr. Mickey Isaac also having a great run here. We've got Garrett Kinder looking to his inside here. Oh, Logan Sturgeon had a little connection issue. I saw him dropping back for a second, but it was just connection. So back to Garrett Kinder trying to fight the 0-1 here. And looks like Josh Smith having some issues. See what happened to Smith here. This is another instance of coming off of turn number 4. 3 wide. Oh, make some contact with Brett Retterer. Hard into the inside wall. But keeps going. Jamie Barkus and Zach Wetstein still going at it up here. Barkus is now, last time by, Barkus and Wetstein ran identical lap times. 24:30s. Take a look at the lap history of these two. You can just see how close it's been between these two the last couple laps. That time Barkus ran just a little bit faster. Logan Sturgeon now all over the back bumper of Patrick Drabick. Looking high, looking low, trying to do everything he can to get around that 07 machine. And a little further back, William Griffith now getting passed by Garrett Kinder. So move Kinder up into the 6th position and move Griff up in the 7th. Griff up 21 spots from where he started. So definitely looking for that Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award. As we have just 23 laps to go here, and Drabick still has that 26 in his mirror. Oh, almost some contact there. As Logan Sturgeon drove it hard into the corner, almost made contact with the 07. And it seems like Patrick Drabick has such a better run through turns 3 and 4, but Sturgeon gets right back to the bumper through turns 1 and 2. But just not able to get back to his back bumper now. It's a great view off the back bumper of the 07. Really gives you a sense of how close these drivers do get to each other. The Sturgeon is right back to that back bumper, trying to make the move, but just not able to get there and do it. As the leaders are starting to work up on some lap traffic. See the 11 staying out of the way of the leaders, letting them race. A little further back, Jason Day making his march back through the field after getting caught up in a spin earlier. Back up into the 18th position and continuing to move forward. How about Sam Wetstein? Sam having a great run so far. Currently up into the 17th position. Up 14 positions from where he started. So great run for Sam, moving forward in the right direction. As William Griffith has Tyler Gackey all over his back bumper. As Gackey is trying to take that 8th place back away from Griff. Gackey is going to look down to the inside. Going to be side by side coming down the front stretch, but Gackey just not able to get a good run there down the front stretch as they come through turns 1 and 2. Griff's going to make that high lane work and pull back ahead. Let's go back to our leaders here and see this battle that's still going on between the 07 and the 26. Let's see, these guys are last in on lap 71, so everybody should be able to make it to the end on fuel. Although if we do get a caution, these guys will come in and get some new tires. As we know, tires are a premium, as we saw in the first race. It's Christian Dedman now looking to the inside of Logan Sturgeon. And while that's going on, Garrett Kinder making his way here, trying to take the 5th position away. So Kinder coming out with some late run speed here. Just moved around Christian Dedman, and he's looking to the inside of Logan Sturgeon now. Kinder and Sturgeon fighting hard side by side, but Kinder able to drive by. It looks like he's on new tires, but I can see, oh, he gets loose there off of turn number 4. He pit. These guys all pit on the same lap, as now Coach is looking to the inside of Logan Sturgeon. These three have been trading positions back and forth for the last few laps. Kinder now out in front and starting to pull away. And now Kinder's going to set his sights on the 07. As Zach Wetstein has finally gotten around the 07. And let's see if we can look back at that pass. I cannot find that pass, but Zach is now running down our leader. Zach is within a half a second. But here comes Patrick Drabick looking back to the inside. Now they're side by side. We have under 10 laps to go. We have 8 laps to go here at Iowa. Right now, Jamie Barkus is just holding on, hoping it stays green, while the rest of the field's hoping for a caution. See if they can get back up and challenge Jamie Barkus. As Patrick Drabick's gotten back around Zach Wetstein. As you see, the 47, our pole sitter, caught up in a couple incidents. He's going to stay high and out of the way of our leaders. His teammates are about to battle it out here for the win. Can Drabick catch Barkus? Can Kinder catch Zach Wetstein to take over that 3rd and final podium position? Can we stay green for another 6 laps? Patrick Drabick is right there off the back bumper of his teammate. He's going to take a look down to the inside, almost make some contact. As they come off of turn number 4, and that's 07 doing everything he can to try to get around his teammate. Oh, and caution is out on the track for Jeff Paisley. Folks, this changes everything. Talk about some late race drama. Let's see if we can see what happened to Paisley here. Is this just the treacherous turn 4? Aaron Adcock, slides up into the 7. Might have been a little bit of net code between those two. So a tough break for the 7 of Jeff Paisley. Even tougher break for the 15 of Jamie Barkas. And everybody coming down pit road. No, not everybody coming down pit road. Garrett Kinder stays out along with Christian Dedman. So now, Zach Wetstein, Patrick Drabick, Logan Sturgeon, Jason Day. Bunch of drivers coming onto pit road. Let's watch for the race off pit road here. Anybody take 2 tires? Great battle off pit road, but Jamie Barkas is going to beat off Patrick Drabick, Zach Wedstein, Logan Sturgeon, Jason Lotridge, Jason Day. But an interesting strategy, Kyle, by Reaper Racing to stay out. Well, for those of you watching at home who pay attention to the Outlaw Series as well, the points have just been updated for the Outlaw Series, and Tracy Passons and Jason Rockefeller are both currently tied for the points lead. Steve Loving, who is your points leader coming into the night, has fallen back, and he's 15 points back in the third. Michael Kosick in fourth, and he is 39 points behind your leaders. Jamie Mullins sitting back in fifth with 298 points, so he's about 40 points back as well. So a tight race in the Outlaw Series as we have a bye week next week for the holidays. And it's going to be some tight racing up front in 2 weeks when we move on to Texas. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night as the iOS ARCA Series is going to be taking on Charlotte for their final round of the playoffs. Tuesday, we'll have the SESRA Dirt Late Model Series from the Chili Bowl. So that will be an exciting one. Wednesday, you'll have the Tuesday after the Dirt, we're going to have the iOS Cup Season finale from Phoenix. Then Wednesday, we'll have the LNS Late Model Series. And then iOS Trucks taking on Phoenix for their finale of the season. Thursday, we have our Thunderstruck Late Model Series. No racing on Friday. Saturday, you have the Sunday Cup Series. And then every Sunday you have your truck doubleheader here on Intensity Broadcasting. Again, next Sunday we won't be here as the original Rebels will be taking the week off for the weekend, holiday weekend. So join us back here in 2 weeks, but we're going to be going back racing here for a green-white checker. Garrett Kinder takes the inside, Christian Denman to the outside. Tyler Gackey, William Griffith, your second row. Pace truck pulls off. Green flag is back in the air, and Kinder with a great jump here off of Christian Denman. And Tyler Gackey now looking to the inside of Griff. William Griffith trying to take that third podium spot here around Gackey. As Griff's going to look to the high side here. Here comes the 88 of Stevens, and we got another yellow flag on it. It looks like Buscemi. No, I take that back. It's the 5 of Grunwald around on the backstretch. That's going to bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. As we try to take a look here to see what happened, and I think it actually started a little further up than that. Well, something we've seen all night long tonight. Driver struggling coming off of turn number 4. Brandon Wallace just gets loose all by himself. Actually, I take that back. That's in turn 1. Brandon Wallace gets loose all by himself. Collects Josh Smith. Jason Day involved, the 59 of Farmer, caught up in this as well. We see Brandon Wallace spinning around on the backstretch. Dave Jones involved in this as well somehow. Oh no, Dave Jones and Zach Wetstein make contact. This is in front of the original wreck, so that's where Brent Grunwald lost it by himself there. Yeah, there's like 3 different wrecks going on all at once. We saw Zach Wetstein have to go onto pit road and get a brand new truck. So he was able to save his reset. And up front, Garrett Kinder's going to have another great restart here. Oh, Kinder, what'd that cone do to you? I think Griff hits the cone as well. Drivers having a little bit of fun out there. Trying to relax themselves before another attempt at a green-white checker. Kinder, Dedman, Gackey, Griff. Charles Stevens Jr. sitting back in 5th. Spencer Gay, Mickey Isaac, Tia Swank. I haven't talked much about Tias yet, but he's sitting back in the 8th position. Aaron Adcock moving up to 9th, and Kai Shappett in the 10th position. And currently, our Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award would be going to Jim McClendon. Currently up 26 spots, but we still have a green-white checker here, so anything can happen. As the lights on the pace truck are still on, we're going to go at least one more lap here. And at this time, I'd like to thank all of our great series sponsors here. Whole Heating, Sheet Metal, and Air Conditioning with Ken Farmer. The Thin Blue Line USA is a secondary sponsor of the league. Kinder Farm and Ranch, Southwest T-shirt design. Shappy Edits, Schmiel Racing Designs, Magic Mike Motorsports. Seth Griffith, Peg Leg Felts with the Pole Award. P&J Motorsports. Of course, always E-Racing TV, Reaper Racing, Big Fish Motorsports, Jason Reisman Insurance, Flexible Freight Solutions, Mesa Motorsports, Goat Locker Racing, and JC Motorsports, all making this league possible here on the Intentional with the Original Rebels Racing League here on Intensity Broadcasting. Right now, the lights on the pace truck are off. We are re-racked, restacked, getting ready to refire here for another attempt at a green-white checker. Kevin Kinder says, go Reaper drivers. Pace truck takes that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Garrett Kinder hits the gas. We are back green flag racing. Christian Dedman falling back in line in second. Tyler Gackey moving up into the third position. Is Griff going to be able to get by as he's looking to the high side of Gackey here? Now he looks down to the bottom. So he's going to throw it in there into turns 3 and 4. Pinch Gackey up off on the high side. White flag is in the air. We have just one lap to go here. Garrett Kinder, Christian Dedman, Tyler Gackey now fighting back for that second position. He's going to look down to the inside. Almost look down to the inside of Dedman. He's going to throw it down in there. Griff is going to look to the high side as they come off of turn number 4. Checker flag is in the air. Garrett Kinder is going to win. Christian Dedman, Tyler Gackey comes home third. William Griffith and Charles Stevens Jr. comes home in 5th. And how things can change there on the last lap. Your Hard Charger Award tonight is going to go to William Griffith. As they do a little celebrating on the front stretch, Griff is going to be your Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award, up 24 spots from the starting. But Garrett Kinder with the celebratory demolition derby. Oh, at the start-finish line. But Garrett Kinder is your winner as we take a look at the rest of the results. See Garrett Kinder, your winner. Christian Dedman, Tyler Gackey, William Griffith, Charles Stevens, Spencer Gay coming home in 6th. Mickey Isaac, didn't talk much about him, up in the 7th. Patrick Drabick in 8th. Making his way back up to the front. Tia Swank, 9th. Aaron Adcock coming home with a top 10 finish. Kai Shappett, 11th. Tyler Rice. Chuck Feltz in 13th. Logan Sturgeon. Jason Lottridge round out the top 15. '16th, you're going to find Sam Wetstein with 17th. Jamie Barkus, Jim McClendon, Josh Smith, Alex Veith round out your top 20. Zach Wetstein having some issues falling back to 21st. Brent Grunwald, Mike Veith, Jeff Paisley, Todd Schott make up the top 25. Davey Jones, Kev Farmer, Gary White, Brett Rederer, Brandon Wallace back in 30th. 31st is Kyle Roberts, Hitman Manzo 32nd. Buscemi 33rd, Jason Day, Charlie Elmore, Joaquin Meza, Josh Oswald, Josh Lokenvitz, and Matt Geis round out the rest of the field. But right now, it's all about our top 3 as we pull in our 3rd place finisher tonight, Tyler Gackey. Let me see if he's in the waiting room, which he is. Tyler, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, I do.
Man, crazy finish there at the end. It was a debate whether to take tires or not take tires, but it looked like staying out was the key to victory. Coming home in third tonight with a great podium finish. Kind of ran up front all night long. Was that kind of your strategy? Were you expecting this one to go green flag as long as it did in the middle there, or were you expecting there to be a couple more cautions?
No, I was expecting it to be more green flags, to be honest. We normally run pretty good here, so
Yeah, great run there towards the end as well. Coming down to that green-white checker, you and William Griffith were battling pretty hard. Take us through his last couple laps, because it looked like the tires were really starting to go away there towards the end.
oh yeah, definitely. I was had my eyes constantly on my mirror, trying to keep him behind me and see and try and not run over Coach.
For sure. And before we let you go tonight with the great top three finish, anybody you want to thank? Anybody you got a shout out tonight before we let you go?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to the series sponsors: Whole Heating and Sheet Metal and Ken Farmer, and Thin Blue Line USA.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon.
Hopefully.
So that was your second place finisher, Tyler Gackey. Let's bring in Christian, the coach, Deadman. Your second place finisher. Coach, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, fantastic run there coming home in second tonight. As I was just talking with Tyler, it seemed like taking tires or not taking tires at the end was a big decision, and you guys stayed out and ended up making the most of it. Take us through the last few laps. It seemed like the tires were really starting to wear out there towards the end, and I saw a lot of people struggling with turn number 4 tonight. So could you tell us about that at all, if you know about that?
Yeah, the decision to stay out on tires is 100% credit to Garrett. Because I was kind of second guessing him, thinking, "Man, are you sure? Are you sure?" And he said, "Yes, I'm staying out." And so, stayed out with him, and obviously it paid off. So big thanks to him. But I really thought, I don't know if it was just because I was saving tires well, or if it was just the setup was just right for me. But I really thought, for me personally, I thought 3 and 4 was where I was best at. I don't know why. I really think it was just the setup just kind of fit what I was doing. But at the same time, there was I think I did get loose in 3 and 4 one time. So I guess I guess I wasn't too comfortable with it. But yeah, tires played a big factor in things. But I think really as the race went on, it really I think it really helped the car turn a little bit. Or at least it did for me. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's just what it felt like.
For sure, as it looked like some people were able to make those older tires work. Some people just weren't, as we saw a lot of cars falling backwards, and we saw Kinder just drive up through the field on the older tires. So were you kind of surprised to see this one go green flag for long periods, or were you kind of expecting that here tonight?
A little bit. I mean, but I really think that these last few handful of races, everybody's been racing really clean. I want to give a shout out to Logan Sturgeon. There was a point in time where I was trying to put a move on somebody, and I just completely lost track of where he was at, and ended up. A lot of people would have taken me out right there, but he checked up. He checked up a couple times. Really saved my tail. And then same kind of thing with Bushimi early in the race. He was racing me really hard. But I think it was at the same time it was we're looking out for each other more so than just trying to gain spots. So I think people are starting to kind of learn their lesson from mistakes of the past. That we're just everybody's we're fighting for 1 or 2 positions on lap 2 and causing a big mess. So I just think racing in this league overall has just been really clean. So yes, I was kind of surprised. At the same time, that's kind of what it's been. I feel like these last handful of races.
For sure. And before we let you go, Coach, anybody you want to thank? Any shout outs you got to give tonight?
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to Garrett. Congrats to him on the win. He's really helped me out a lot in these last couple of races, and especially here at Iowa. I was really his track. He coached me up a lot, and then he was the one that told me to stay out, and that was really the difference maker here. And I want to give a shout out to other guys over at Reaper Racing, my teammates. Give a shout out to Garrett's mom and dad. I think they're watching. They're my second family, and shout out to my girlfriend also for putting up with all these extra practice sessions I put in the last couple of days. Always good to have somebody like that on your side.
For sure. And again, congratulations on a second place finish. In a couple weeks, we move on to Texas. I know you like Texas.
I like the track. I don't like Texas. All right. I don't like. Let's not start putting that out there. I definitely don't like Texas.
So you like Texas Motor Speedway?
I like Texas Motor Speedway, but I'm definitely horns downing no matter no matter how many how many yards I get for unsportsmanlike conduct. But
I was hoping to have a censor bar over all the ugly Ohio State cars tonight, but unfortunately was not able to do that. But
yeah, if I could plant a flag right in the back of that Ohio State truck, I'd do it.
Well, again, awesome, and we'll talk to you in a couple weeks.
All right, thanks, Josh.
As your second place finisher, Christian Deadman. Let's bring in our winner, the man of the evening, the man, the myth, the legend, Garrett Kinder. Garrett, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
I do, man. What's up?
Man, gutsy call there at the end to stay out on tires, but I kind of understand why, because I watched you just drive through the field on old worn out tires. And how were you able to save those tires and make those runs there towards the middle of the race?
It was all about modifying your line when you had a chance. Early run. Fresh tires. I felt good on the bottom, but you just could not make time on the bottom with fresh tires. So I'd fall up and run that middle line that everybody and their dog was running, and you get 10, 15 laps in on a run, and you could really start break a little bit early. And there's that glorious bump coming off of turn 2 down the bottom side where if you hit it just right, you can absolutely torch them down the back stretch. And, man, I wore that bump out tonight. It's hard to pass here. I don't think any of my passes happened on one lap or even one turn. It was a lap and a half to 2 laps to complete a pass on that inside. But, man, it was all about just trying to conserve. You could very easily overdrive on that bottom side, push up into somebody. But, man, it wasn't so much tire saving. It was just kind of altering the line to what felt good and what had the speed.
Yeah, and I know you're pretty good at Richmond, and this track is kind of like a bigger Richmond in a sense. Does that help you at a track like this where you kind of have almost a similar line?
It does. People say I'm good at Richmond. I have to firmly disagree. I do not like that track at all, but it's very similar. I just love Iowa, man. I won my first official here in the streets. Actually, I won it in the ARCAs, and then came back and got another winning official in the C-Class street stocks. And ever since then, man, I've been in love with this track. I've been gone all weekend. I got back probably about 30 minutes to go before qualifying, and my trading paints was absolutely destroyed. So I spent about 15 minutes trying to get it worked up and never did. So I didn't get to see anybody's cool college paint schemes tonight. But got about 15 minutes of practice in, and when I queued 24th, I was not looking forward to it, but just running behind people, kind of learning what to do. It was interesting. It's just Iowa, man. I love Iowa.
Yeah, for sure. And before we get to the shout outs, I just want to say one thing. I noticed a lot of guys getting loose off of turn number 4 tonight. That seemed to be a real trouble spot for a lot of trucks here tonight. Were you able to make that turn off of 4, or what was the issue with people just losing it off of 4 all night?
If you keep it wrapped up around that middle line, it's very easy to jump back to the throttle too soon. And it's like your right rear just hits that threshold of speed and G's, and it just loses it. It happened to me a couple times. One of them was awfully close to a good tank slapper that would have sent me spinning down the grass. But basically, if you could get a straight drive off of 4, that was the money. Don't exit all the way up on the wall, but shoot. I was shooting for about the end of the word speedway right there at the start-finish line. I always wanted to drive straight towards it as much as I possibly could on an exit. And I think that's really what saved me from getting so loose where a lot of these other guys were having some problems with it.
Well, this is a track that I'm no good at, so thanks for the advice. Hopefully I can take that forward next time I'm racing at this track. And
I'm here for you, buddy.
And before we let you go, anybody you got a shout out? I know you got a laundry list of people you got to shout out to.
Man, I do have a laundry list. Let me pull up another list. I got it wrote down. There's so many people I got to thank anymore. The ones off the top of my head I know for sure. Of course, I got to thank Kinder Farm and Ranch. Like I said, I spent all weekend with my family, and it was absolutely phenomenal. We went out to the lake. We went fishing. We played, games with the kids and shot my dad with a water gun. It was a good time. Mom's birthday, so happy birthday, Mom, once again. Love y'all. So thank them for watching back home. Thank them for sponsoring me. Thank them for, supporting everything I do. Of course, I got to thank my Reaper Racing boys. Had a pretty good finish tonight, with Coach and Griff up there in the top 5. A little bit of tough luck for Brandon Wallace and for Matt. Matt got disconnected. He's been having those computer issues. But so big shout out to my teammates over at Reaper Racing. Of course, thank you all up in the booth. Got to thank Hall Heating and Sheet Metal. Ken Farmer, head honcho over there. He's our main sponsor for the series. Thin Blue Line USA. They do a lot of great work for law enforcement support throughout the country. Of course, Kinder Farmer Ranch. You only got to think you showed the graphic, 5-6 times tonight? That was it? 8 times? Well, I was a little bit off. Sorry about that. 8 times tonight. Southwest T-shirt design, Shappy Edits, Smill Racing design. Still some of the best racing paint on iRacing. Magic Mike Motorsports, my boy Griff, Peg Leg, and P&J Motorsports. E-Racing TV, y'all up there at Intensity. Y'all do us good. And big shout out to you, man. You've been doing these double headers this season. I know that can't be easy, but hopefully we put on a halfway decent show for you tonight.
No, you surely did. And I'm enjoying running these. I look forward every week to Sunday night. So it's a lot of fun for me as well. So, yeah, it's tough in these double headers, but they are well worth it, especially when you got racing like tonight, man.
Well, hopefully we can keep that trend going and give you some more good races to call up there.
I'm kind of looking forward to the off week next week, but coming back to Texas in 2 weeks, I'm sure you're looking forward to Texas.
Texas has been good to me. I guess you can consider it my home track because it's the one I guess I live closest to and have lived closest to. Texas has been good to me. We've had some good luck there. I don't know if we ever pulled down a W there, but we've got some top 5, some podiums out of the deal. So hopefully we can keep this train rolling, maintain this points lead, and see how it goes.
And most importantly, before we let you go, I'm just glad that you didn't let an Ohio State truck win tonight. Not even in the top 3.
I wouldn't dream of it.
So
I wouldn't dream of it.
That made my night personally as a Michigan fan. So it was nice to see those trucks in the back. So again, congratulations on the win. And I'm sure we'll talk to you again as the season goes on.
Man, I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Got to throw my digs in where I can, but there's your winner, Garrett Kinder, taking home the W tonight, stretching his points lead. And in 2 weeks, join us back as we take on Texas Motor Speedway here with the original Rebels on both the Outlaw trucks and the Sunday night trucks. And again, enjoy your next weekend off, the long holiday weekend. And for everybody here at Intensity Broadcasting, again, we want to thank you for joining us tonight. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let us know in the comments. Let us know how you are enjoying the new camera views that we've been working on and some of the other stuff we've been working on. We're trying to do what we can to make the broadcast better for you. So as our boy Atlee Atman Weiss would say, over